Hello, this is Naughty Aguilar at Functional Patterns. For today's video, I'm going to show you a total body kettlebell exercise. In this exercise, I'm going to be going through several different types of movement in one. Some of the prerequisites that you'll need to have for this specific movement will be good overhead mobility and strength, good core strength, specifically in the inner unit like your transverse abdominis, and you will also need a significant amount of hip and knee mobility because we will be covering a squat, a deep squat during this exercise. So for starters, we're going to be going and approaching a kettlebell. I got about 8 kilogram one here. I'm going pretty light. Sometimes I'll up it to a 16 if I'm really getting ambitious with this exercise. But it's always good to start light. For starters, we're just going to be moving back and forth with the pendulum movement, trying to find good rhythm through the body. You'll notice that my shoulder is not rigid as I'm moving back and forth. My pressure's on my heels. I'm going to take the kettlebell and then swing, and then I'm going to rack it in this position here. Slight bit of wrist extension so that way we can kind of load the fascia right here on the flexors of the forearm. We'll be going back and forth from here, getting comfortable with it. The second part is going to then take you into a deeper squat. So if you can't get yourself into a deep squat, you may have problems with this specific exercise. So if you don't have the mobility, I wouldn't really recommend attempting this exercise, but if you do, obviously, this is where you're gonna end up needing to be for this transition. So what you're gonna then do with this movement is come up with a kettlebell, roll back in this fashion, and then you can stand up just to get you oriented with this movement, okay? So you can just go here, roll it back, rack it, fall back into that deep squat, kick yourself up, and stand up. To get the third part of the exercise going, we're actually just going to lay down, and I'm going to go into a scorpion press. So I'm going to be going here, hips are going to be flat to the floor. I'm going to turn my hips and keep my upper body flat to the floor. You'll see how this is it right here. I'm going to be holding my neutral spine, navel's going to be in, diaphragm's going to be open, so that way I institute thoracic rotation from here. So my thoracic spine is essentially going to pull me back. By me going this way and holding my spine neutral, in the fashion that I am right now, I'm taking the pressure off my lumbar spine, rotating through the T-spine, and that's going to, by me keeping my shoulder down, that's already building the tension that's going to enable me to come here. Then I'm going to drive the kettlebell up, come back down. So you guys can do this for a few repetitions. You'll go in, you'll press, coming upward in the fashion that I am in. You'll see as I come up, I'm getting into as neutral spine as possible. So you'll do that a few times, do it on both sides, and then eventually what you're going to do is mix all these movements together, and then we're going to throw a press, a shoulder press going over the top at the end. So I'm going to go through it, just show you guys what a few of these repetitions look like. Okay, so we're going, swinging, racking, I'm going to fall back, I'm going to go into my scorpion press, boom, I'm going to drop back down, standing up, pressing overhead, looking for good alignment. You'll see the pelvis should be underneath my shoulder. My wrist should primarily be over my shoulder, and that's the kind of mobility I'm looking for here. So I come back down, swing, re-rack, fall back, roll, come up, roll, stand up, and press. Okay, I'll switch sides for you. Again, swinging, racking, falling back, going to the side, pressing, rolling back, shooting it up to the top. Again, looking for that neutral spine dynamic. Falling back, dropping to the side, rolling back. And again, just taking it nice and slow for you guys. I'm going to do this in real time for you so you can see what the real flow is. Because right now I'm just trying to show you some of the transitions. So I'm going to do about 3 repetitions on each side for you. There we go. there was an advanced kettlebell exercise for you. I hope you guys did enjoy that. It's going to be a great addition to any functional training program. If you can do it and you do manage to have the core stability and you do have the overhead motion and all the dynamics set up with your body and you've been working on your posture, it'll be a great addition to your functional training program. Until next time, this is Naudi Aguilar reminding you to train intentionally and not habitually.